Oh, we're coming to you live from the Temple Fire Department, the site of tonight's citywide pep rally for the Wildcats as they take on Richmond Foster coming up tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. at Bobcat Stadium on the campus of Texas State University. Of course, a lot of people are coming in now, the fans. Of course, we got the cheerleaders out here. They're ready to rock and roll. They've been dancing throughout the evening right here. But first, Baylor University a couple of days ago named Matt Rhule their brand new head football coach. He comes from Temple University, who just changed that program, the only coach to have back-to-back 10-win seasons, and he's hoping to put his stamp on Baylor's football program. Tonight, part two of my three-part interview with Coach Rhule.
We want to develop pros.
One thing that caught my attention when you were speaking at your press conference, you said you want to develop pros, not just in the NFL, but whatever they do in life. How important is that?
Well, I think it's what we're here for. It's our mission, you know. And just in terms of work ethic, you know, if you want to be a pro player, it's not just about how fast you run or how well you play the game. I mean, that gets you in the door, but how long you stay is based upon other things. It's based upon the way you treat people, the way you take notes, the way that you're, you know, are you on time? Are you a guy that they can count on? Are you accountable? And that is, you know, shows itself on the football field. That shows itself in life, with your family, with your job, you know, outside of football. You want people that you can count on, and so we're going to do our best to develop that by first leading the way ourselves as coaches.
When you come in from Philadelphia, a Northeast guy, but how important is it to build that relationships with the high school coaches here around Texas?
Oh, I think it's vital. It's beyond vital. You know, Texas high school football is the best in the country, and the Texas high school football coaches are the best at anywhere in the world. And so it's one of the reasons why I came here. I'm the son of a high school football coach. I want to be around the best of the best. I want to be in a place that loves football, and that's what this is. So it's about building relationships on my own. It's about having ties to the coaches on my staff, and hopefully, you know, I'll be welcomed with open arms, as I already have been.
There's been chatter this morning that a prominent Texas high school football coach could be joining the staff. How important is it to have somebody like that on board that has Texas ties and knows the entire state?
Well, I think it's vital. I think number one, it gives us an advantage. You know, he has relationships, a person like that, and knows the kids, knows the area. But at the same time, I think it also shows that we value the Texas high school football coach and the professionalism that they work with every single day, and that's how we feel, and that's how I felt since I was 5 years old, watching my dad and uncle on the sideline. High school football coaches do more for kids than anybody else that I've been around.
Well, the Big 12 will look a little different next season as Baylor and Texas will have new coaches patrolling the sidelines. With that and more, here's John Morris with your Big 12 update.
John Morris and the Big 12 Update is being brought to you by your Central Texas Honda dealers. Shop online at centraltexashondadealers.com.
2 Big 12 schools have announced new head coaches since the last time we talked, and both new coaches in the league come from schools in the American Athletic Conference. First, the University of Texas elected to part ways with Charlie Strong and move swiftly in nabbing Tom Herman away from the University of Houston. Herman, who was an assistant at Ohio State before his time at U of H, seems to be a good fit for UT, and Charlie Strong should land on his feet somewhere before the coaching carousel stops spinning. Then, just 2 days ago, Baylor Athletic Director Mack Rhoades reached into the AAC and hired 41-year-old Matt Rhule from Temple University as Baylor's new head coach, replacing Art Briles and Jim Grobe. In 4 years as Temple's head coach, Rhule took the Owls from 2 wins to back-to-back 10-win seasons and a conference championship this season. Early returns indicate that Rhule is the perfect hire to restore Baylor's image on and off the football field. More next week. I'm John Morris for Channel 6 Sports.
Here we go. All right, coming back to you live at the Temple Fire Department. Community-wide pep rally for these Wildcats taking on Richmond Foster tomorrow at San Marcos. Got the cheerleaders here, and hey, how exciting has this been throughout this whole entire playoff?
Very. I've never experienced anything like this before, especially where I came from, so it's great.
You guys went to the state championship a couple years ago. You guys one win away from going back there. I mean, how exciting. Are you guys going to win tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I hope so.
We'll talk about the community. I mean, how fired up are all the fans?
The fans are really involved in Temple. Temple fans are like no other. They stand out and they travel no matter what. Temple fans are crazy, just like they've said.
All right, you heard it right here. We'll have all the scores and highlights tomorrow. Of course, a big night, big action in high school football. We'll have all that, plus part 3 of my interview with head coach Matt Rhule. That's coming up tonight in sports at 10 o'clock.